So just recently I've been turning nocturnal. I've been coming in the evening just to do the barest minimum and just to do some watering and then yeah, go home and hug a fan. That's the way it is. It's just unbearably warm anyway. So yeah, and now we've got Friday evening and we've got grey sky and there's a nice breeze and the temperature's gone down and it's very, very much more manageable than it has been anyway. But rest assured, when I go home the house is going to be absolutely heaving, so I'll be opening all the doors and windows to let all that hot air out. Yeah, anyway, so come on the plot. I'll show you one or two things. I've got a little bit of watering to do and yeah, I'll just show you around. So a nice little surprise here is this delphinium that's come up. It was something I planted a while back, like I thought it actually died, but it's come up, so I'm really happy about that. In fact, I think last year it got by slugs and things like that, slugs and snails. Anyway, so a while back, well, not that long ago actually, I planted this bed up with some kale and some cabbages. So they're doing their thing, they're doing very well. You got some nice little cabbages coming on here. These petunias here I bought, according to the label, they were from Scotland, but you must admit they are absolutely divine. So, because I grew my own petunias, my doubles, and this was something I gleaned off Rob's allotment plot or channel. I'll put a link in the description. Here I grew them from seed. These have got seed pods, so I don't want to lose these. They're absolutely lovely. So I'll be going to be taking some seeds, so I'll just put this back down and see if I can find a pod and see if I can show you. Just bear with me a minute. I have to put my glasses on for this one. So, yeah, that's a seed pod. And you can see the seed inside. So, just hold on a minute. I'll just get the seed out. Just put you back down again a minute. Ah, come back here. So there we are. Petunia seed. So fine, so fine. But each little speck you see there is a plant. So I'm going to take a few heads anyway. I'm going to save them for next year. So I'll just sprinkle that back over there again. Yeah, but I'll save them for next year. Now, so I'm looking at my gourd birdhouse. Certainly not as prolific as the one I used to have there, Ali. But yeah, at least it's got some fruit on. My teddy bear sunflowers are looking nice as well. Yeah, they're certainly bigger than I expected them to be. Oh, something's been picking at. Oh, I was on it. It's not on it anymore. It's moved on. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, so I'll be saving some seeds so I won't have to buy any next year. So one job I've got to do before the end of the month is get these Ailsa hashtag no lights taken out of the soil and weighed. That's a little job to do. And of course the fruit trees are absolutely laden. This is what do you call it? Conference pear. So lovely, eh? Conference pear. Really good fruiting here it is. And of course my red cabbages, I've already given one away. The red cabbages are doing great, so I don't want to push my pullums too much because if I leave them too long they'll burst. But definitely some coleslaw on the books. So my ballotti beans, a ballotti beaning it. They look great, absolutely. Really am happy with this structure here. It's really paid off. Unfortunately, the peas on the other side got pea moth, so that just didn't work out anyway. So I've got a few more onions down here and around the corner, This apple tree is absolutely laden and struggling, so I have to put a support on it before it breaks. Yeah, I weeded this, and so weeds are coming back, and I'm sure when it rains, which it will, I'm sure it'll the chickweed will come back. So that's another job to do anyway. And yeah, the sweet peas. The sweet peas are deadheaded a while back. Then you had a flush of flowers, and it sort of stopped. And then all of a sudden, all this colour just appeared. Absolutely pretty it is. And also, the beans on the other side are hanging down. So, lovely job. So the Roma VF is coming on nice. Some nice trusses. Loads and loads of them. So I need to come in and take some of the leaves away. Probably I'm repeating myself but it's just been too warm to do anything on the plot without melting. So just the bare minimum really. And so anyway, the tomatoes are brown tomatoes. So I must get these leaves, some of these leaves taken back. And oh, there's one right. Is that one ripening off? There you are. So for those of you out there saying, "Oh, my tomatoes are not ripening," believe you me, when they ripen, they'll ripen. And for me, I don't think we're far off starting the harvest with it. So not too long ago, I planted this bed up with cabbages and kale, normal kale and red kale. And these were the ones I said which were sat on the bench, being totally neglected, other than being sprayed by potassium soap from ecoworm.co.uk. Anyway, so I planted them up, and I have been keeping them on tick over during this hot period, and they're doing quite well, I must admit. So looks like I'm going to get a cup out of them. I was looking at my Brussels sprouts, and then it had a few yellow leaves at the bottom, and I wasn't really happy about that, and I thought they're struggling with a lack of water. So I had to give them a water anyway, and keep them going. After all, Christmas dinner is at stake. Well, it's been a while since I posted my last video, and I'm not going to beat around the bush. It was just too warm for me. I couldn't handle the heat. So I was just coming down at 8 o'clock and getting just the barest minimum, and then going home again. And I'd lost my mojo really in the garden. With the weather being so hot as it was, yeah, it just took all the fun out of it. I know I'm always very motivated to get into the garden regardless. I mean, you could give me a stormy weather and lower temperatures, that just doesn't faze me but when it gets too hot, well, you know what it's like yourself anyway. So the garden has now reached peak fuzziness. So there's crops coming up that need to be harvested. I've got watering to do as well. I could spend all my time watering, I really can, because here in East Yorkshire we've still not got any rain, still no rain whatsoever. But luckily the sun is not shining. Luckily it's actually mizzled this morning as well, so gosh almighty, it is. I don't even care if it rains, you know, and I get wet in the process, and you know, I don't care. So anyway, I could sit here and waffle all day about what I'm going to do, blah 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 blah. So I'm just going to pick up my gloves, which I've got here, and going to grab my wheelbarrow and do some tidying up, and then eventually later on I'll do a little bit of watering but anyway, I'll take you along on the process. Won't show you everything but I'll show you what I've done, and etc etc. Anyway, blah 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 blah. All right, I'll see you shortly. Hello. Right, come. Yeah, it was always a problem I've had through, throughout my life. I've never been able to put my in fact, when my mum was putting my gloves on, my winter gloves on, and I always had this problem where this works, and these two go somewhere. You know, and you know, my ripening age, like, is still, you know, I don't know where this. Let's get cracking. So a quick shufty on the pepper front, on the chilli front. So I've put them back in here, all the peppers in here, and the chilies and stuff, and I've been feeding them, and admittedly they're sat in water, and some of them don't like that, but yeah, they've got feed in that water. So, and I actually think that they're actually growing a bit better now. So I've got, yeah, good at, yeah, so cautiously optimistic. Yeah, I've got some of them that are actually setting flowers somewhere there as well. So let's see how they do anyway. It can only go one of two ways, so we'll see what they do. Right, let's do a little bit of this. Let's see what I can do with it anyway. So that's not so bad anyway. I'm certainly not finished by long chalk. Yeah, I've been down the edge there and took the brambles out. I've cut them back. I've got to get my gauntlets out. I can't find them at the moment. But initially I've cut them back, right back down to the bottom. A couple I've managed to pull out. But there's nothing more enterprising than a bramble. You know, it doesn't matter through heat wave or come storm or whatever, it'll grow, it'll go. So anyway, it went right along here, behind the potato pots anyway, and it's come down there as well, all the way from that cage, so I have to work my way back. But I'm just in this garden at the moment, so I've just done a bit of weeding here. I know the idea of no dig is the more you do it, the less weeds, etc. So it's early days, so I'm just sort of re-establishing the path and the bed. And I've got my potatoes here, so I'm going to need a little bit of soil, so I'm going to use this soil to lay on top of the beds here. So I'm going to get a couple of pots and turf them out. That's that lot out. Not a great haul for so many buckets, like, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's alright. This is just put in to sort of to give them a home, really. And looks like pumpkin jack be little there. Oh gosh, and how did that get there? Here's little onions. Right, go around the other side. The pear tray is absolutely laden, so won't be long. Oh, if you want to know whether your pears are ready for picking, all you got to do is lift it up and that's come off, so that tells me it's now ready. Lift that one. Yeah, that one's ready as well. Yeah, so you might think, oh, well, that's not ready, but rest assured, come off. Rest assured, you take it home and you leave it for a few days and it'll be ready to put in jars. So here we are, it's that handful of onions. Some more. Bring them out. Nice colour. Right. Get the muck off them. I'll take the muck home. Right, next. What we got here? Down here. This one. them out of the way. Into the corner. It's not gone over, but it doesn't matter. Let's have a see. What's that say on here? Onion. Ilsa Craig. Yeah, I mean they are the size they are because I put them into late. Oh, that one's not very good. That's got some... Oh, it's solid. I'll have to have a look at that. I'm going to put that to one side. I'm not tripping over things. The size of that rhubarb leaf. Anyway, back to what I was doing. It's a good year for onions. Right, that will do. Yeah, that's the last of the onions in this garden. I do have some miscellaneous ones in the far end garden. Yeah, in the far end garden, and they're just sort of stragglers and things like that. So I think, honestly, to be perfectly honest, this is it for the onion harvest for 2025. And I must admit, I am really, really happy with the outcome. I mean, I can cook with these, no problem. I'll take them home and lay them out to dry. And yeah, I don't think I'll be buying any onions anytime soon. And plus a few little salad potatoes. I wish they were bigger, like, but yeah, it's just one of those years. It's been a really difficult year, I must admit. All right. Well, that'll be it for just now, folks. I've got a lovely batch of onions and a few potatoes, an apple, which was unplanned for, a few pears as well. So I'll be eventually, when I get all the pears back home, well, when they're ready, that is, I will be preserving them in jars in a light sugary syrup. Yeah, so yeah, why not? Yeah, save your harvest. So you know, in the depths of winter, you've got some lovely produce to look forward to anyway. Yeah, so yeah, I've got that bit of a plot done. Done enough anyway. It's tidied a lot more. Got a few weeds away and put on the compost heap. I started in the other allotment. I've just chopped a few things back as well because the stuff robs, everything robs, and it just looks untidy and stuff. But yeah, it's a lovely time of year, but it's also good to actually start tidying things away as well, you know, so it's not too much all at once. So what I've got coming on in the garden is well, I've got some cabbages. Red cabbages will be ready. Well, they're ready now really, but yeah, I've got red cabbages to bring out. I've got my tomatoes, outside tomatoes are now starting to redden off to Roma VF, which is very good. The little greenhouse is producing tomatoes in the interim. That's really good. The other greenhouse near, I don't know, the thing that's messing that up is the two vines in there. And I've got some grapes to harvest. That's brilliant, but I'm going to have a think about the setup and those grapevines because they've totally engulfed again the whole roof space as well. So yeah, I've got sweet corn coming out very shortly as well. I tried one the other day. It looked slightly on the pale side, but by golly, it was sweet. You'd think you dipped it in honey. It was really, really sweet anyway. Delicious. You could eat it as is. You didn't have to cook it. It was beautiful anyway. But when I do bring the sweet corn out, hopefully the rat won't get to them before I do. I'll bring you along with me as well. So enough waffling on. I'll leave you to it. Thanks for watching. Hello to all my new subscribers. Thank you very much for joining the channel, and naturally thank you to all my current subscribers. And if you like what you see and get some kind of entertainment from it or whatever, I want to see what I'm up to on the garden, then you're welcome to tune in and see what I'm up to. Yeah, all right, enough waffling. I'll see you the next time. Bye for now.